Hello and welcome to Photo Stories. What we are going to attempt to do is show you how to make an image and not just take one. And I'm going to use my own pictures as examples of this, where you have a concept in mind and you look to go out and create it. Or you saw something on the internet and you thought it was pretty cool. Or, something just struck your fancy and how to compose it correctly so you can get the best photos for your time. So this one, as you can see, this one is of Ocean Drive, which, by the way, you can order the prints, the digital copy of the prints on my Patreon. We'll put the link below. So this one is of Ocean Drive, which is in Miami. Me and my son, we live in Michigan, and it gets cold here in the winter. So we took a week, went down to Florida, get some sunshine, then come back up to the freezing, wonderful 10 degrees that it is. Well, this one evening it rained, and it's like, but I got a concept in my mind. Wait a minute. Neon reflects off the concrete. Oh, this is going to look so cool. So I asked him, hey, do you want to go down there with me? We were sitting in the hotel room, and like, no. Well, here's the remote for the TV. I'll be back in 2 hours. He's 15, so it's fine. So I went down there. Now, as you can see, you have all this beautiful color from the neon reflecting onto the street. So you're probably wondering, well, what's your camera settings? How did you do this? Well, we're getting to that. Ocean Drive is a one-way street. You can only go this way. The other part of the street is for pedestrians to walk. So that's where I set my camera up, is in that position. And I tested it. 1 second, and the car would get to about there. Okay, how about 2 seconds, and it got to about there, almost all the way through, but I wanted that light streak all the way through the frame. So this particular one is 2.5 seconds from the car to go from here to here as far as completing the frame. The f-stop was at f11 because I wanted as much detail as possible in this frame. The ISO was at 500. We needed to get as much light into the frame as possible without getting into grain. And you can go pretty high. You can go really high nowadays. So don't get stuck on the idea that it has to be 100 or whatever the case is. Crank that sucker up. So in any case, this came out so good. I'm so happy with the way this image came out, with all the colors and the light streak and the reflections and everything. I couldn't be happier. So remember, take the time, compose that shot, whether you saw it on the internet or whatever the case may be, and make that photo pop. On to photo number 2. I call this one Broken Rainbow because it's about half of a rainbow. This one is from up north in Mucineing, which is the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So we call it up north, or Upper territory. So we're at Pictured Rocks, which you can see right here. We're on the beach, and the storm clouds start coming in. Me and my girlfriend, we were out there, we were walking around, and I'm gonna probably have to get back to the car. Rainbow! Rainbow! Look at that. We got a rainbow. So I hurried up, and I saw this tree, and it's like, if I could get this to come up here and then have the tree complete it, how cool would that look, right? And that's what I did. The settings, if you're wondering, was F11 again. The shutter speed was, I believe it was like 100. It's typically what I do for handheld. I mean, you can go lower, you know, without getting camera shake. But that's usually where I want to stay, is around 100 to 125 or so. And the ISO was at 100 for this. You know, it was pretty light out, even though, you know, you had these storm clouds coming in still. And to get this to just go up and then complete, I mean, just wonderful. It couldn't have worked out any better, you know. So no, I didn't have the attention to get a rainbow. You know, they only last a couple of minutes. But wow, what an experience to get it, and then to find this tree, you know, because it stuck around for a couple of minutes. You know, you don't get a long time. Just fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. I love this shot. Both of these, this one and this one right here, were both in local art galleries as well. So remember, take the time, make that photo, make it spectacular. It's worth it. It's worth the extra minute to do it. See you next time.